welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a haul video for you to keep you up with things that I've been buying to help out my bassoon playing. The first thing that I have bought is cane from BassoonCane.com. Now I've mentioned them as part of my cane trials, but I never really, said what type of cane that I purchased. I went ahead and I bought a large batch of the Silva cane because you guys have told me absolutely how much you loved it. So I decided to do a little bit of investing and I bought a large batch of the Silva cane as well as a large batch of the Geese cane. Now this is a custom bassoon cane site, which I'm very excited about because you can choose the gouge and how thick it is. You can also choose how hard you want the cane to be. It can be extra soft or extra hard or varying levels in between. You can choose the type of cane that you want. And also you can choose the profile you want. You can send them the dimensions that you want for each piece of profiled cane and they will do it. So for me, I just went ahead and bought the gouged cane simply because I don't mind doing the extra processing on my own. But again, this is a great source of custom bassoon cane available to you guys. So I am so excited about the BassoonCane.com website, but I do have to say that it doesn't offer the capacity for shaped cane. And many of my students do not own their own personal shaper. So I was also looking for gouge shaped and profiled cane that would fit the bill. And as I was looking for gouge shaped and profiled that I could equally as customize, I was so lucky. Barton Cane called me and asked if they could send me cane. I have never been so flattered in all of my life. So they let me choose several different types of cane. And the bit that I love about their website and have always loved is that they give you shaper dimensions of exactly how wide the shape is at varying lengths. They also allow you to choose the profile that you would like. I went ahead and got the standard profile, largely because I wanted a little bit of a thicker profile, but still the standard profile doesn't have a ton of scraping that I think I'm going to need to do. Also, if you wanted to try out a different shape of cane, but you didn't want to necessarily have the expense of purchasing the shaper tip before trying that cane out, this is a great resource. Also, their cane comes already scored. So this, I think, is going to be a fantastic option for many of my students that are looking for custom cane. They also do a lot at Barton Cane for quality control. They told me that if I had any pieces where the center line was not directly in the center and the fold over was off, they would replace that cane. Similarly, if I got some where the spine was not directly down the center, they would replace that cane. It's rare that you get the option of working with companies that they have such a high level of attention to detail and that they were willing to also send me cane. Like I said, so flattered. This has never happened to me and I did not go into this with this intention, but was not going to turn it down either. All right, so what I went ahead and ordered. The way that I made my order with Barton Cane was that I took shapes that I'm really familiar with, like the Fox 2 and the Rieger 1A, and I chose a different style of cane that I'm maybe not so familiar with. Then I took cane that I was more familiar with, such as the Rigati, the Donzi, and I went ahead and ordered that on shapes that I'm a little bit less familiar with, but I wanted to try. So I went ahead and ordered the Gonzalez on the Fox 2, the Donati on the Rieger 1A, the Donzi on the Hertzberg, and the Rigati on the Knockenauer. So this is going to give me a little bit of a variety. You can definitely keep up with all of these cane reviews. They will be coming. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos where I will be covering my experiences working with Barton Cane. Okay. The next little bit is a little bit wonky, but we're just going to go with it. I got these guys. These are the Miracle Balls. They sound crazy. They're like little inflatable balls. I picked these up off of Amazon. I think they were about $15, and they also came with an educational book. In my yoga class, we have been using these to help open up the back, and what I like to do is stick one of each of these on either side of the spine and roll them up and down my spine with the weight of my body on top of the ball. I find it cracks my back in a way that is very therapeutic because it's opening the muscles. It also allows me to get in underneath those wings. What it allows you to do is roll around on it, or you can stick the ball directly underneath the wing and then move the arm in circles so that that muscle that gets very tight holding the weight of the instrument can open up. And like I always like to say, tight body, you're going to have a brighter sound. I find the more I open the body, the more I allow my body to resonate with the instrument, the darker the tone color is going to be. If you are also working on your double tongue, sometimes as you begin to work on your double tongue, I have found, if you're like me, that my jaw will start to tighten up and that I lose some of that fluidity and my sound can start to brighten because my jaw is just too tight. You take one of these, you lay on the floor, and you stick it right underneath the back of the head, and it pops the jaw open and just relaxes it. So you can't hold your jaw tight. It opens naturally and the tongue rests in the bottom of the mouth, which is also a really great relaxation exercise. So I find that it opens my jaw and it allows my jaw to rest if I have been working a lot on double tonguing. I'll link these in the description box just in case you want to try them out. I have in the past tried to use tennis balls, but I find that these have enough pressure without being as aggressive as a tennis ball will be. I also purchased some woodworking sanding files. In fact, they look like a little pencil that has sandpaper that you can use in order to sand a reed down. I used these way back in the day with Mark Eubanks back in Oregon when I studied with him. But the one that I had just broke just through use over time. And I did find that you can purchase them online now due to Barry Steve's website. He had made mention of them. And I was so excited to see that yes, you can actually still purchase these and here's where to buy them, that I was not careful on the size when I made my first purchase. And I ended up with a giant size version. I mean, you couldn't even use it on a contra bassoon reed. It was so huge. If you are purchasing these, do take a second and make sure that you are getting the smaller size. The company that I did purchase from was the company that Barry had recommended, and I do have to say they were fantastic. When I called them and I told them what had happened, they were so open to me returning the ones that I had. They did ship me some new ones, and they were so thoughtful that they even included a coupon for $100 off of wine. And I was like, wow, these people are not only thoughtful, but they totally get me. So love them, great tool, and I highly suggest purchasing from them because if you do run into any problems, their customer service is some of the best customer service I have ever worked with. I also had a desire for neon thread. I really liked the bold, bright colors, but also because I've been trying so many different types of cane, you know that I like to catalog my reeds with what type of cane it is by what thread color it is. So I have needed some new thread combinations. So I ended up purchasing Men at Work, which was super bright orange, which I'm sure you've seen in some of my reed videos already. I also purchased neon yellow. And then the pink flamingo, I went ahead and got that as well. I do have to say there is something about the neon colors that they are the most prone to bleeding. And when I mean bleeding, I mean the color leaching out of the thread and staining the reed. And I'm not sure why it's doing this, especially because after I've used several coats of Duco cement, it's somehow leaching out of the Duco cement. I am putting this out there to you guys. I am hoping you can tell me what is happening, what I am doing that is causing this. I do not always have all the answers, and I love hearing from you guys because you guys always have thoughts and ideas that are awesome and things that I haven't thought of. So please, if you could take a second and tell me what is happening, I would really appreciate that. All right, guys, if you want to keep up to date on many of my purchases, I do post them as they arrive on Instagram, so you can always keep up with me there. I also am posting them regularly on Twitter as well. Still trying to take care of the Snapchat. If you want to help me out with that, that would be awesome. And I will see you guys next time. Bye! Today I have a very special treat for you. I have guest Kevin Eberly sharing his opinions as well as my opinions on the Rieger cane. Now, this is great because I know that there are more than just my ideas on reed making and reed styles. And Kevin is in a completely different climate than I am here in Alabama.